Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you how I do spam checking, and you can just watch me do some spam checking on these domains here. So I'm in the paid subscriber domains right here, the higher DE domains. And looking down this list, I can pretty much tell right away that this is already going to be pretty spammy. You can see that the backlink toxicity is 67. That's a measurement out of 100, and 67 is pretty high. Sometimes you might see a domain here that has a high backlink toxicity, but for whatever reason it isn't spammy, and those are always great to grab. But Top Nike Canada, yeah, that's probably spammy. I'm going to skip the FR domain here because I can't register for, the French domains. But if you're in France, this might be a great domain for you, and you should check it out. So I've picked out a few examples here to show you this co.uk here. I always like the co.uk's because they're pretty cheap to register at Namecheap, and you can get basically free privacy by just asking Nominet to hide your registration information. You don't have to be in the UK to register them. So of course, the stats for this look pretty good. A DA 25, page authority 29, and trust flow 19. And I just have this nifty little link right here where I can go check out the domain on Majestic SEO. And the first thing I'm going to check here is that the anchor text doesn't have anything too spammy or out of proportion right here. The first thing we see here is the brand name, so that's always good to have those kinds of links, and basically these are other branded links. And I'll also check the top pages here to make sure that I don't see anything super spammy here. This all looks pretty good. Up here in the topical trust, this domain looks like it's clearly about cars, and so it's not always a requirement, but it's nice to see sometimes when a domain has a very specific topical trust. And of course, if you actually have your money site or your client site something related to cars, then this would be, an extra good domain for you to pick up. I don't really limit myself to only domains that are in my niche because I found that I can rank real well with domains in lots of different niches. But certainly when you find a domain that's in your niche, it's always good. So now I'm going to come down here to the backlinks. And sometimes you'll see right away that there's problems with backlinks. But assuming you don't see right away, I usually do like to check out the top backlinks. So I'll just open a few in new tabs here, and I'll show you what I do. I'm going to go find. I already did this, so you'll see it show up right here. I'm just doing a find on this. This right here is the anchor text, so I'm just doing a find on a few letters of the anchor text, and it pretty quickly takes me to the page there, or sorry, to the link there. So I can see that there's a live link right here. It's under useful links. That looks like it would be a great link to have, and again, this page is related to cars, so if you have a car domain, that'd be good. That'd be extra good. And then another link right here in useful links, and I can find the actual link right here. Pretty much the same situation here. TVR. I'm not sure exactly which one it is. I can look actually. Oh, I see. This link is deleted. Well, that's okay. So overall, that's looking pretty good to me. 60 referring domains is a nice number of referring domains. It's kind of right in the middle. If you lose some links, that's fine. Or if you lose some of the referring domains, that's probably not a big deal. And it's not so many that it's kind of a flag. So then I'll also go ahead and check out the Wayback Machine here, the web.archive.org. And here I'm just looking for if it was used for something super spammy. So I can just kind of page through what was happening with this domain. This is a little bit strange right here. You'll get a lot of different opinions with how to treat the Wayback Machine information that you get here. And my philosophy is basically that if the domain hasn't been spammed with backlink stuff that you find, like spammy anchor text or something like that, that you find here in Majestic, then I'm usually keen to pick up the domain, and I don't care too much about what else it has been used for. But if it was used for anything related to porn or to gambling, there's the three P's: porn, poker, pills, and knockoff brands like Nike shoes or Louis Vuitton or any of those things, because you always see spammy link stuff related to that as well, or hacked links related to that. So as long as it wasn't used for any of those things, I usually don't mind if it was used as a PBN or just something else. If you avoid domains that were ever used as a PBN, you might have a little bit higher higher indexing rate, but I usually have enough of those domains get indexed, and those domains certainly help me rank. So I really don't mind using them, going ahead and register them, and I just register them and see if they index. And I get about these days I've been getting about 80% of the domains that I register. 80% of them end up indexing. So 20% of them don't end up indexing, and that's okay. I just throw those away, or just like let them expire next year, and the rest of them are excellent, very cheap PBN domains. So so this domain would pass my my spam checks, and I would go ahead and pick up this domain. So if you're watching this video and you want to pick it up, great. I'll show you another one here that I was looking at before. Pagan Living. You'll notice here the trust flow is 11. It can be good to just verify what the trust flow actually is, because sometimes this gets a little bit out of date on our system here. But also remember that the trust flow that we use is for whatever the analyzed host is. So sometimes that's that it would just be like paganliving.tv, and sometimes that's the www version, or sometimes that's whatever the subdomain is. And that's because you will probably end up launching the site. I'd recommend launching the site on whatever that top host is. So for this, I'm just going to say subdomain. It's going to give me the www version, and the trust flow is 15, so that pretty much matches up with what we're seeing right here. But for doing the actual spam checking, I do use the full domain, so I don't miss any really spammy anchor text or something. And you can see here again, we have branded links. That's good. We don't have, it doesn't look like we have anything spammy here. And URLs, we can just check some of these. Pagan Living. That's probably an image right there. I can't type. So this one is in a link list, but it's all link lists aren't the absolute best links that you can get, but they're fine as long as it's as long as it's relevant links. I'm perfectly happy with link lists. They'll still pass on some juice. Here, pagan living. These kinds of links are as good. Again, you have just unique relevance. Well, it's not so relevant, but you have unique stuff. So I would check the web archive for that, but well, let's just do it live. Why not? So according to the web archive, I don't see that it was used as anything besides this Pagan Living TV site. And by the way, you can register .tv domains at Namecheap, and I believe you can also register them at name.com. They're a little bit more expensive than .com or .org, but if it's a good domain, it's still going to be a lot cheaper than you'd probably pay on some of the auction sites or the drop catchers or something. So I still like to pick up nice .tv domains. So I haven't checked out any other of these, but let's just go ahead and take a look. I kind of want to find something for you that might be spammy. So let's look at SEO company. If you have an SEO related business and you want to build a PBN around it, first of all, not sure if that's a good idea. I don't build a PBN around Hammerhead domains. It's just, I think inviting Google to give me a penalty or something. But if you have an SEO related business, these kinds of domains can be really valuable, but you just got to be careful because a lot of the SEO domains have been spammed, right? What I'm seeing here, so this raises a bit of a flag for me. Well, computers and internet might be okay. Business, real estate, miniature games. I don't know why those would be related to SEO. My guess is that the links are coming from weird places. Okay, so then this is a second flag right here. Usually at this point, I'd just be done checking the domain and just say, it's not worth registering. It's too spammy. It's probably not going to index. But for the sake of this tutorial video, let's just go ahead and walk through a number of these things. 45% of the anchor texts of 1,500 anchor texts are SEO company. So yeah, that person was trying to rank for SEO company or SEO company UK. And the fact that they've let this domain expire means it probably got de-indexed. And you can see in the last 5 years, 47,000 external backlinks. That's pretty high. That means there's probably a lot of low quality backlinks. Let's just take a look at 2 of these links. They might be good. I don't know. They're probably common spam links, but we'll see. And nothing's particularly alarming right here. Yeah, so this link isn't the worst kinds of links. I don't really mind these link lists, but it's also not a particularly high quality link. And there's also, a lot of these are web design or related to like web or link stuff. But some of these aren't. Like this is just like a travel Thailand thing. Let's look at this one. SEO optimization, SEO. Oh, that was the other site. Let's just take a look at That's not what I meant to do. Let's look at some of these links. Directory links, okay. Dictionary, a bunch of directory links. That's a directory link. Yeah, so, I don't know. The backlinks that we checked out, at least, aren't too bad. But anyway, I wouldn't register this this domain because, really because of this anchor text right here. And really the whole anchor text profile, I mean, you can see SEO Company UK takes up almost 90% of the anchor text here. So that's a giant flag. And then even just the anchor text being so many really similar anchor texts is kind of just along the same lines, just a bad sign there for the domain. So this is the kind of domain I would just skip. So that about wraps up the stuff that I want to show you. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me and let me know.